Salut, bonjour, comment vas-tu? J'espère que tu vas bien. Bienvenue sur mon chaîne. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the Healer's Calling and the Worker's Tongue. This video is going to be focusing on the rootworking, herbalism, healing, as well as the conjurer, the spiritual healer as well. But before we get into all of those things, I must first ask you to please subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, leave a sweet kind comment below, hit your notification and post notification buttons, and please share the video. D'accord? Merci. There is a queen in New Orleans. So everyone, of course, FETE Legacy is available now. The early bird tickets are available now. The VIP tickets are available now. Listen, everybody, I can't express this more deeply. Get your early bird tickets, and here is a big reason. Well, I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why. Well, first and foremost, it's the French Quarter Festival. Your travel is paid for, and your lunch is taken care of too. And the thing is about this particular reason why I'm definitely trying to be a little bit more clear is we are literally going to have our little hoodoo Hogwarts moment, meaning we are going to be taking the Mardi Gras train from Mobile to New Orleans. Yes. And then there's the streetcar events and all the other situations that we're going to be doing. But the thing is, there are only a limited amount of seats. I've spoken to the Amtrak, and they've said they have X amount of seats, and they'll still be available for X amount of time. But at a certain point, people between Mobile and New Orleans are going to start purchasing for that week or that weekend. And then when they purchase, I have to begin to eliminate the VIP tickets and the early bird tickets. I must make this point clear, okay? Only early bird and VIP individuals will get to go to New Orleans. When I post the next video and you understand what is coming with New Orleans and you don't have your ticket, please don't say I didn't say or didn't tell you. And I also just got to communicate. Don't think they're going to be around because there's different factors. Number one, you have the Working Ritual Weekend. They all have additional discount codes, okay? Secondly, now it's public, so everyone's privy to it. 3, once people begin to start purchasing those tickets, I have to, like, from anywhere, purchasing those train tickets, I then have to start eliminating my tickets. So there's so many factors. Do not think that the things are going to be available and they're going to stick around, okay? So don't miss out. It's going to be something like you've never experienced before. Let me make this point very clear. There's a reason why my parents came this past year. There's a very big and clear reason why we're doing New Orleans this year. In the year following, more than likely will not be the same. Maybe not even the same place. Maybe not the same event at all. Please do not sleep on this. Separate this into 4 payments. Separate this into 4 payments. In December, the price goes up. Why? Because by December, if I haven't purchased those train tickets, the price will change. I have a price now given to me. So, get into it. The next thing, after the work and ritual weekend and really, really being so excited about the healing and the root work of it all and teaching the class, we made fire cider, but customized to your own needs. Um, I thought to myself, I want to give this more to my virtual people beyond this. So I am providing a replayable root work class for November. You will learn about 18 to 20 different herbs that you can work and recycle that fixes, and when I say fix, I mean in the cultural healing community vocabulary of it all. But truly, it is they remedy the common cold to cancer preventions, to organ function. And speaking of organ function and speaking of the common cold and those things, I need to apologize because you probably say, well, Queen, I haven't gotten my community service video. Queen, what happened to the Institute video? Queen, what happened to the Master Society video? What's going on? You will have your video in the next 24 to 48 hours. I was hoping to have it to everyone on Friday. Um, However, Papa Tuki, my father, has fallen ill and it has required me to be on standby. My parents are about 3.5 and 4 hours away. So I've had to be on standby to be ready to travel and all of those things. Interestingly enough, the things that I taught about are the exact same things. So this has been the past like 8 days of, okay, he's on this and they got to do this or they can't do this. And one of the things was, we can't really say how long this will keep things good, but in one fashion, it was he'll need to come and visit the hospital at least 3 to 4 times a week just to keep things going. And as I'm hearing these things, and I'm having to also go, you know what? And because we do have connections and those things, and I'm just trying to encourage my parents, hey, look, use your privilege if you have to. But I said what I'm hearing and what I'm getting is symptom working, symptom working, symptom working. We got to focus on the problem. Once I was clear about, hey, look, it's going to be these sources and this what needs to be worked. Now, of course, you're in a hospital, so me bringing herbs isn't it, but these are the things that need to be looked at. They looked at those things, contacted the primary physicians, and now they're like, oh, things are so much better. All the things we said before really doesn't even matter. Give us like maybe 2 more days and then he'll get on out of here and y'all should be good to go. It's that kind of teaching I provide. If you want to prolong your life and live longer and quality of life, the November Root Work replayable class, okay? Beyond that, I want to also say, if you have been following me, you know that I love cooking, I love music and horseback riding, I even enjoy sailing, and a variety of other things. But if you are interested in being more intentional about your healing, and not just healing herbally, but healing mentally, emotionally, financially, and those things, please follow us at livingdulalive.com. Right now, if you go to livingdulalive.com, one of the things that I am assisting you with is holiday recipes. If you sort of get worried about making a turkey or you don't know how to make a sweet potato pie, I'm providing you some alternatives. We're going to also make the traditional things like a turkey and sweet potato pie and those things, but giving you the ability to learn little by little, learn your hand in the kitchen, and other things that we'll be doing too. Other things we'll be doing too. But right now, if you jump over there, you'll see that. If you follow us on Substack, then you'll see Living and Leave, which gives you an internal dialogue to the things that we're working on. I would love for you to support. It's all free, and hopefully this is something that you can enjoy too. Last but not least, the tax brand. If you are a tax professional, if you are trying to build your brand and you really don't know where to go, what to do, or you sort of seeing a standstill, go check out the tax brand. Use code CONJURE50 and get $50 off of your purchase for the playbook, the tax brand playbook, and the tax brand boot camp. It's a 48-hour boot camp where you will learn the things you need to do to elevate, to develop, to evolve. So do not miss out on that. And eventually, I do know these people personally, eventually they will be providing, and they may already have it on their site, personal taxes, how to do them, where to go, what systems to use, and those things. So be on standby. Go check that out. Now, are you all ready to get into the healer's calling and the worker's tongue? Are y'all ready for this? Let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into this conversation about the root worker, the healer. So who is and what is the root worker? So first and foremost, please remember and respect the fact that the root worker traditionally was just an African American herbalist. So even if you just remove African American, then you just get herbalist. This is herbalism. Done and done, okay? Done and done. So, know that sometimes people will, especially today, is this thing of, oh, well, this is closed and I can't do this, I can't do that, or I have to be gifted. Well, the truth is, you do not have to be gifted to be a root worker, the herbalist. Now, here's the facts. If you have a higher interest or passion about plants and gardening and herbs, you're going to study more and know more and be more confident than the individual that just may be in it to understand what they need. But you don't need some kind of divine experience to come over you that allows you to then become a root worker. That's not how it goes. Root work, herbalism, and African American herbalism is a method. It's a method. I also communicate this. We were doing herbalism before America. We had medicines before America. We just had to understand what our resources were, depending on what regions we were, and work those elements, that medicine, in the way that we knew how. Okay? When we talk about mundane root work and healing, that looks different than the spiritual healer. The spiritual healer does have to be, you have to be gifted as a spiritual healer, which means you have to have the ability to take or to give and take, absorb and release. So you have that, but then it is also how. Is that through laying hands? Is that through knowing what herbal allies to bathe someone in for physical healing, but through a spiritual avenue? Or for example, let the working ritual weekend through the voice, through sound, through the tongue, through the elements, and then also through your own personal ashe and self. The next point that I want to bring up here is when it comes to root healing, root work, you do not, and I will say this in the virtual class, I will say it, I will say it, I will say it. You do not need 100 different herbs. You don't need a full 50 to 60 to 70, 80 herbs. You're not using all of those. You're not. And they're not made for everybody. So making sure that you have your um, your Rolodex, your um, phone book, your whatever you want to call it, of your herbs, your hero herbs, if you will. What are your four for spring? What are your four for summer? What are your four for fall? What are your four for winter? Now you got 20 set herbs. I was about to break it down for you, but really being able to break it down into the particular issues and conditions. So for example, like I mentioned in the November rootwork class, there are very particular herbs that will help prolong your life, without a doubt. And there's also spiritual things that you can do to prolong your life as well. So I am just happy that we took a moment once again to show you a little bit about what Working Ritual Weekend is and what's going on. I just really hope that you all have an opportunity to experience these events as they stand today. The experiences will continue, but they will be different for sure. For sure, 100% for sure. And so if you really do not get to or decide to be present now, your later won't be what it is. So what I love about the Working Ritual Weekend, and I sort of broke this down in videos months ago, right? The Working Ritual Weekend is where you identify and unlock what you can do, what actual, oh my gosh, like I just get so excited thinking about this because being able to watch people identify where illness or inflammation or pain in their body through sound in real time, it unlocks those spiritual healers. I don't know if it's on video. I have to go and look through the footage. But it was one part of the Working Ritual Weekend where we're working with the working bells. And this person never done this before, but through my instruction and showing them what to do and how to do, they did it. And this girl immediately began to, I mean, not immediately, but through doing this by 3 times, literally had to get up, had to start speeding up things. People began to, I mean, like all of the things were going on. But true physical healing began to take place. Not this, oh yeah, I just feel, oh no, 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 no. People are like, I had this problem and it no longer exists. I knew something was in me and I couldn't get it out, and then here it is. It just brings me so much joy and fulfillment to see that in you, to be honest. And so that is just a brilliant experience. That being said, I do want to remind everybody that the November ROOTWORK class is available now. If you so choose, it will be a replayable class. You can purchase it now, and a video will be sent out. I do just want to remind everybody that if you are waiting on your community service videos and your institute videos over the next 24 to 48 hours, just please forgive me. Like I said, I was in high demand with my parents and have been for the past 8 days. And then this week, I have to really make sure that everything is locked in, because the following week I have jury duty, perhaps. Perhaps. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, there's that. I also want to remind you all, if you are interested in intentional living, really allowing life to reflect what you desire, check out livingdoulaleaf.com. Right now, the website only has recipes for the holiday and the fall holiday, and but there's much more that'll be showing up and coming to you out each week for sure. Last but not least, the tax brand. If you are a tax professional, or you want to get into taxes and you need to elevate and you're like at a standstill and you've plateaued, you're trying to elevate and you're trying to develop or even rebrand, check out the tax brand. Use code CONJURE50. You'll get $50 off of the 48-hour boot camp and the playbook. Why would you not? And if not, just go check it out. Even if you don't do taxes right now, go check it out so you know who to go to and what to do if you ever need someone, okay? So, healing of the tongue. So we speak about healing of the tongue, but the healing of the tongue can come in the way of song, voice, compelling. It is the element of air. But being able to have a resonance with air and being able to connect that into people or with people, or magnify, intensify their healing through sound is a real thing. It is such a real thing. And that was really beautiful during the Working Ritual Weekend, because it gave people an opportunity to, again, open a door that they probably had not considered. I also will tell you, the Working Ritual Weekend, I just said, you know, the second part of this and the first part of that or whatever, right? I didn't say what. But to know that, because had I said we're making death bells or we're going to be kissing death and we're going to those kinds of things, had I said that, some people may have not been so eager to join. But if I'm not giving you the juicy details right away. Know there is more than what you can imagine, to be honest. At the Working Ritual Weekend, we again learn how to work our sound, our breath, connecting to air with sound through a variety of different mouth shapes and vibrations through our own verbal cues. But then we also had two other external elements, which were the death bells and the working bells. So being able to learn how to conjure using a bell, using sound, connecting to that sound, and I mean, it was just a thing. And then also, too, death bells. As I mentioned, the Book of the Dead is still coming out. Um, but truly and honestly, having a warning that death is present, having a warning that death is near, having a present that death is knocking at your door or someone else's door, that was another real thing, because we invited death to, or the dead to grab on to these bells, to anoint them. And everyone did so beautifully. So beautifully. And I say that because you also need to be aware that, yes, you may have your own abilities, true, but you also have to be aware that you may be influenced by external things like music. And the sounds there, and the vibrations there, and the frequencies there, whatever, however you want to put it, that's a real thing. I can't get too deep into that just because, I mean, the Working Ritual Weekend is, you just have to be there. You just have to be there. And also for the FETE Legacy, you have to be there. I promise you, you all use your PayPal, separate your payments into 4, get it done. There's limited seats, and I don't want you to miss out. At this point, I'm going to allow things to be as they are. Thank you so much for listening. If you are a healer, congratulations. Commit to what you want and how you want to heal, and success is beyond yours. I can guarantee you that. Thank you so much to the Tax Brand for reaching out and allowing us to communicate for you. Until next time, everyone, I will see you soon. There is a